Welcome to the Daily Flow. Please welcome your host, John Coleman.
Hi everyone. This episode is about time to think. I've been traveling all day today. I'm in Ireland now. I'm in quarantine for another week or so, and I'm in a beautiful place called Durmstown Castle, actually in County Meath. And there's so much scenic beauty and history around me, so it's a real treat to be here. And right next to me, there's an old stove with fire logs in there, and there's a lovely smell of an old stove burning. So it really feels like a lovely place to be telling stories. In a previous episode, I talked about turning off the tap. What I meant by turning off the tap was sometimes when we have so much work going on and new opportunities arise, and we were tempted to take those opportunities and bring them in. But actually, sometimes what you need to do is actually turn off the tap, actually keep it turned off. And even though there might be some really exciting opportunities for you, is it really worth the price of not satisfying some of the people you've already made commitments to, some customers, some colleagues and communities or whatever? Are you doing yourself a service? Are you doing your customers a service when you take too much work on? So I talked about turning off the tap, and it actually happened to me that I had too much going on, and I actually made one or two mistakes as a result of having too much going on. So turned off the tap, and I did mention that it can take up to 2 to 3 months before the workload actually settles. And it can be very tempting when you're like 6, 7, 8 weeks into this, having not accepted any new work into your system. It can be very tempted to just give up and just take on additional work. And I guess what I'd like to say to you is don't. If you are still overwhelmed, keep that tap closed. Use the opportunity to reflect. Go for those walks in nature. Do whatever you need to do to be healthy, to be mentally healthy. Because remember, by you switching off, you're actually trying to switch back on. And just imagine if you reopened that tap. What service do you do to yourself when you reopen that tap? How often do we get time to really think and reflect about what's going on? And by reopening that tap, getting overwhelmed again, all that good work that you've been doing in getting your workload under control, getting work finished, work that had a much longer item age than you'd really like to admit, getting that finished. So keep the willpower going, keep the tap closed, and you will feel a reward. It will come. It might take you another few weeks, and when it comes, you'll have had time to think. You'll have time to be you. You'll have time to be a better you. You got happier customers, and when your system normalizes, you might even be in a situation where you can finally start opening that tap again. Except this time, when you open the tap, customers will be served much faster. Hopefully, you'll see the benefit of that as well. I'm looking forward to getting something finished this month. I'm working on Kanban for complexity, and I'm taking advantage of my time in Ireland on my own. What a beautiful place here in Durmstown Castle to be thinking, to be writing, obviously doing some work as well during the day, but in my downtime, essentially getting time to reflect and really finish some of that work that I've been talking about for a long time. Remember, by switching off, you're switching back on. So if you have turned off that tap, please keep it closed. That's all I have for this evening. Short and sweet. Hopefully I'll get more wise, more pleasant as the week goes on. Over now. Thank you, everyone.
Got a question for us? Leave a voice message at anchor.fm/dailyflow/message, and we'll feature it as well as provide you with an answer.